YouTube! We got something new for Overwatch. Overwatch, and it's just called Sojourn Lore Drop, which I thought was hilarious. That instead of giving it a cool title, they're just saying, yeah, this is just a lore drop. Either way, it's Sojourn thing. I'm excited. It's Overwatch lore. I'm excited. Bang, let's get it. Oh, she's...
As IJC Central Command is aware, Overwatch has supported missions to repel Null Sector forces in Paris, Busan, Rio, and several other fronts.
Okay.
These attacks targeted cities with a high population of Omnics, wherein millions were fitted with unidentified subjugation devices that seemingly rendered Omnics unresponsive.
Yep,
The majority of these subjugated Omnics were abducted by Null Sector throughout the invasion, but a small percentage were recovered by Overwatch and ally militaries.
Yeah, there's the boy!
Former Overwatch agent Torbjorn Lindholm to understand the function of these devices and how to safely remove them are ongoing. 2 days ago,
God, look at that bearded hair.
hours local time, a strike team was
Is that
dispatched
Brig with
to
him?
Buenos Aires to investigate reports of a new war front opening.
Oh, here? Is that her shield?
12:35
Yep.
hours, all remaining Null Sector units entered a state that Agent Brigitte Lindholm described as Sentinel configuration. Null Sector abruptly ceased all offensive maneuvers,
What?
formed a tight perimeter around their command ship, and began loading the remaining subjugated Omnics onto the ship.
So they went from
Further
attack to
reports
defense.
confirmed that all 37 global holding facilities for rescued subjugated Omnics were being breached and raided.
Does Overwatch have any theories as to why Null Sector's units would suddenly act this way?
Oh, so how is it okay that Overwatch
The
is back?
Sentinel configuration was designed to stop Overwatch forces from interfering with Null Sector's retreat.
Oh.
Null troopers were observed carrying subjugated civilian Omnics onto their command ships. Unfortunately, all attempts to breach these defenses proved beyond Overwatch's current capabilities.
Interesting.
Designed to stop Overwatch forces. You seem very confident in that conclusion. Do you have definitive proof?
Overwatch agents discovered that a signal was being broadcast to warbots across all active fronts. With the aid of Ify Oladele, a newly recruited robotics specialist,
Oh, she's in Overwatch now?
modified Omnicode
Let's
was
go!
recorded, transcribed, and translated.
Attaboy, Ify.
Miss Oladele's translation
Oladele.
revealed a series of commands that
Oladele.
altered Null Sector warbot programming, culminating in the abduction of subjugated Omnics, followed by a mass retreat. However, by the time we had enough information to respond, all units exited Sentinel configuration and began to retreat with the subjugated Omnics.
So you're saying Overwatch was not strong enough to stop Null Sector?
That's not my assessment. Null Sector's actions targeted and devastated
Okay, Genji.
populations across the globe. No organization could have anticipated and countered this retreat with 100% effectiveness. The invasion was a calculated maneuver, intended to exhaust our resources.
Yep, do them all at
Overwatch
once.
agents did their best in difficult circumstances, and it is thanks to their efforts that we have any intelligence to share today. I can't emphasize enough Ms.
that May?
Oladele's contributions. Without
Ms.
her
Oladele.
expertise,
Oh, no, that's just
the
right. Oh,
Omnicode
shit, all right.
broadcast and its contents may have remained unknown to our agents and the world at large.
Noted. Did Overwatch attempt to pursue the command ships to their destination?
Overwatch dispatched all our available pilots in pursuit of command ships, but our pilots were intercepted by aerial warbots. Though our agents were ultimately successful in eliminating these units, we lost visual on the retreating ships.
Does Overwatch have any leads as to where they might have gone?
Not at this time. We believe Null Sector utilized cloaking devices which interfered with satellite surveillance systems. Our agents are currently attempting to recover this corrupted satellite data and determine where the command ships may have fled. It's unclear what Null Sector's intentions are or what this means for the invasion.
Thank you, Commander Chase. Do you have any further remarks before we conclude this briefing?
Though Null Sector caused no further damage or casualties to the occupied territories, they successfully absconded with 99.2% of all previously subjugated Omnics. In the wake of this
0.8%
attack,
didn't get taken.
I want to take a moment to recognize what a tremendous loss this is for the global Omnic community. I would encourage the IJC and world governments to extend all available resources to support their Omnic citizens. To better prepare the world against further threats from Null Sector, Overwatch will share our complete findings with
Oh.
the IJC. Thank you. Sojourn, is Overwatch disbanding now that Null Sector has retreated? Under the IJC's directive, Overwatch is currently on standby. It was your testimony during the Petrus Act hearings that led to Overwatch being shut down. Yet you now sit in a role as acting commander. Will you order Overwatch to disband again if the IJC demands it? The Overwatch agents who responded to the Null Sector invasion did so out of a desire to do what was right when they were needed. I stepped into this role for the same reason. When the IJC determines the world is safe, I won't be needed any longer. I'll heed the order knowing I've done my part.
Yeah, we've already seen her chilling with
The
Murphy.
story continues
so...
in Overwatch 2.
No,
See you there.
What? What do you mean it continues in Overwatch 2? No shot. Wait a minute. I just want to see. I doubt this is actually going to say anything. Join this after months of chaos. That's very weird that they say it like that. The story continues in Overwatch. Does it? Does this mean we're getting more PvE stuff, even though it already, like, failed? Like, what is happening? This is kind of cool. Not a whole lot of, like, visuals, really. We got, basically, this is basically just 2 images. And it's just a camera that pans between them. And, like, some stuff that moves. So we have the picture here of Vivian Chase, Sojourn, doing the debriefing, right? And she, you know, all it is her hands moves and her head moves. And there's some flashing of lights, right? That's it. And then other than that, it's literally just, it's this one scene right here. I wonder if I can get a good image of it. There's one scene here of Rhine, Brig, and Genji all in the same area against the Omnics. So, or against Null Sector. Still, this does advance the story along with the Ramattra story that we've gotten. This is slowly advancing the story. However, let's get this thing going now. Let's get this shit rolling, right? I want to know more, man. I want to know more. That's the biggest thing with Overwatch, I feel like, is it's just like the lore is so good for each individual character. Yes, there are some weird issues with like age when it comes to like Genji, Hanzo, and Kiri. I know that's a thing, right? But outside of that, there's a lot of really cool things with each individual character, and the story where they're at currently, right, is very interesting. And I wish we would just get more. That's my thing. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. This was cool to see. But yet again, like I said, let's ramp this thing up now, right? Let's get this thing going, right? Give us some more now. Apparently, though, the next hero, right, Melee Babe, that's what I'm going to call her until I actually know her name, is just Melee Babe. Melee Babe, apparently, though, is supposed to play a major factor in the story. So maybe that's the thing that they're doing, is that we're going to get to the point where she is released, because we're supposed to be getting the hero trial for them soon. And once they are released, then the story starts to pick up. Like in like things like this, in cinematics, like all the good shit that we know of. Maybe, who knows? Let me know what you guys think, though. Down in the comments down below, right? And as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye. Yo, I want more of him, and I want to see one specifically. This is just me. I want to see one specifically with him and him fighting in Junkertown, right? With Junker Queen watching. That's what I want, and I just want to see Junker Queen's reaction to Hammond. That's it. That's what I want. Give it to me.